W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of The Quiet Spy. My Deadly Undercover Life as a Russian Agent in Britain. A True Story by an anonymous author. Narrated by Rachel Atkins. Dedication. To the friends and families of my targets, who've been through so much more than I have. Dictionary definition of a spy. A person employed by a government or other organization to secretly obtain information on an enemy or competitor. Author's note. This is a raw book to read. It's blunt and graphic and disturbing. But that's what the real world of espionage is all about. I'm not politically correct, and I apologize in advance if some of my descriptions defy today's idea of supposedly acceptable prose. But English is not my first language, and I feel so connected to my story, it is sometimes hard to express myself without sounding over-emotional in one sentence and coldly detached in the next. My experiences, though, are recognizable to all. They contain the perils, the deception, and the never-ending circle of fear and evil that dominates the dark world I inhabited. However, if the contents of this book reveal my identity in any way, my safety, and that of my associates, and even my publisher, could be compromised. Changing people's names, places, and even descriptions has given me the freedom to talk openly about every aspect of international espionage without living in fear of retribution. Few readily available written records covering much of what is revealed in this book exist. That means trusting the judgment and recollections of someone who is fallible, contradictory, touched by pride, and capable of gross omission. Certain events have been carefully altered to avoid exposing the guilty and the not-so-guilty. You could call it a literary version of the Witness Protection Program. The dialogue comes from my memory and the need for dramatic devices to tell my story. Writing this way has enabled me to perfectly recreate the ambiguity and tension that revolves around my profession. I've implied connections that may or may not exist right up to the finale, because that's what it's like in the murky world of international espionage. Nothing is ever as it seems.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?